For the people of Borana, truth is their faith and principle. Borana community resides in the state of Oromia, who have their own distinctive features. The word Borana has two meanings. One of the meanings is down, and the other is the place where the people came into existence. The elders of Borana believe Borana is created by the god of down. They also believe anyone who is honest and respectful of his or her culture is a member of the Borana community. Their melodies and stories speak much about their love towards their cattle. Equal to their love for the cattle, their life is highly wrapped up by the Gada system. This is the foundation for their faith, love, and culture that has been kept for long. Their social, economic, and political life is practiced through Gada system. This is the history of the entire Oromo in the eyes of Borana. Borana is divided into two clans, Sabo and Gona. For both, pastoralism is their means of survival. The largest cattle population of the country is also believed to be found here. In Borana, it is a taboo to count the number of cattle one has. A Borana man prefers to give you some than telling the number of cattle he owns. Borana's love for their cattle is mesmerizing. If you are dealing with a Borana person about your car, for instance, he would ask you how many cattle are worth of your car. The Gada system has lived as many years as the number of Borana's cattle. Among the Boranas, three numbers are believed to expand their ways of existence, communication, and social norm. The numbers are 3, 7, and 8. The Boranas believe Gada sent 3, blessed 7, and added 8.
ሶስት ጊዜ ነው ወደ ሰው መልእክት እግዚአብሔር የላከ ጋብቻ በሶስት ነው የሚሄደው ከሶስቱ መልእክት አንዱ ጋብቻ ነው
God has sent his message 3 times. Marriage is one of his messages. That is, after marriage the world is filled. 7 is Eba Waka, meaning blessing of God. That is why Abba Gada Council incorporates 7 people, including the leader of the system, Abba Boku.
8 is believed to be a gift for Borana. The fact that the Gada power is transferred every 8 years is well associated with such philosophy. Besides, every Borana man has to go through various rites of passages, or luba, every 8 years. It's one of the ancient democratic and egalitarian system that could even be compared with the ancient democracy of Greece. Gada is a system in which political power is peacefully transferred every 8 years through election. All male people who belong to the community get what they deserve every 8 years, and that happens through peaceful competition. And that is a means of strength for Borana. As per the Gada system, each segment of the community has its own duties and responsibilities. Children have the right to learn their custom and culture, among other values. Youth is responsible to protect peace and order of the community. Adults' role is leading the community, while elders advise leaders and teach their successors. The current leader of this system, or Abagada, as they call it, is the 70s in the Gada system.
Gada system has equal age with the people of Borana. The system has continued as it is. Starting from Gadayo Galgalo, who is the father of the Gada system, it has been sustained with its 5 parties.
Evidences about the source and origin of the system are still coming out. If we count back to the first Abagada, we stop on 1458, that means 560 years ago. We can also see it in terms of modern political party system. There are 5 parties in Gada system. These parties come to power every 8 years through election. But previously, these parties were not only 5, rather there were 7. According to scholarly evidences, the 2 parties vanished because of war and other reasons. So we get 70s Gada period only if we count through those 5 parties. That shows us that Gada existed even before 1458.
Luba are the rites of passages we get in the system. Every level differs with hairstyle. The first Luba, or a rite of passages, is Dabale. Dabale refers to the level where every people join the system since he or she is born. The next level is Gene. At this time, children leave their mother and start to follow the footsteps of their father. Gene level is categorized into 2 further levels. After Gene, Kusa level follows. The 4th level is called Raba. Males at Raba level are supposed to strengthen their social responsibility. It is also a stage where they are allowed to get married and form their own family and village. It's at the stage of Dore where male Boranas become ready to accept political power. The next stage is Gada. At this stage, Borana start to exercise political power. The name of the whole system is also derived from this level. After completing the 8 years at the Gada level, they enter into Yoba, whose duties is to advise the Gadas. The last stage in the Gada system is called Gada Moji. This level leaves more room to exercise spiritual activities. Gada truly is a sign of democratic system.
በዓለም ላይ እንግዲህ ጠንካራ ዲሞክራሲ አላቸው ከሚባሉት
Let's take, for example, America, where democracy is believed to flourish more than anywhere else. In the US, the president is allowed to stay in power only for 2 terms. That's 8 years. In the same way, the Abba Gada stays in power for 8 years.
ባገዳ ሆኖ በስልጣን ላይ የሚቆየው 8 ዓመት ነው።
ኢቭን አንዱ እኔ ጉልበተኛ ነኝ ጉልበት አለኝ ብሎ ህዝቡን እንደፈለገ ትሪት ማድረግ አይችልም።
No one can treat the people using his muscle or wealth. That contradicts with the Gada system. Everyone can use the grazing land equally. Even the leader of the system, Abba Gada, has no way to assume power except election. Property or wealth can't be used as to assume the power of Abba Gada.
ገዳ መሆን ያለብኝ እኔ ነኝ ብሎ በስልጣኑ ወደ ስልጣን አይመጣም።
የበላይ የሚሆኑ ሰዎች ገዳ ውስጥ 6
Under the Abba Gada, there are 6 people who lead the community. These Hayu Adulas come from the 2 parts of Borana, Bola and Sabo. 3 from Bola and 3 from Sabo. This is mandatory. They use this to decentralize power. That is how power sharing is ensured under the Gada system.
እኩል ድምጽ አባገዳ ዋና አባገዳ
Hayu Adulas have almost equal voice. The Abba Gada decides only in some issues. The decision of the representatives of the clans and parties is considered the decision of the people.
The power transition takes place every 8 years. This cannot be left behind. This is the only way to assume power. And this is how we preserve our culture. We don't struggle, we don't fight, and our election is peaceful.
እንዲሁም በዘመናዊው ዲሞክራሲ የዲሞክራሲ መገለጫ ነው።
The separation of religion and government is one of the characteristics of a democratic system. Here in Gada, we have different institutions used for religious practices. They are called Kalu. Gada is mandated to exercise politics, while Kalu runs the spiritual part.
Kalu jechuuni kaan ammoo gadaani gada Borana jedhani Kaluun ammoo
Kalu is the father of both Borana and Gada. It mediates conflicting bodies, warns the violators, bless Borana, and anoint when the Abba Gada is elected. Kalu gets married with Kaliti, then the first child of Kaliti is Kalu. This is the order or commandment of God. Election is for Abba Gada, and bloodline is for Kalu. Kalu is hereditary born, not elected.
Kalitini Kaluyu ndabdu waan dhaloota waaqni ta'eefi isin Kaluun dhalti.
This village hosts the second Gada Council of Borana with the name of Gada Wetu. It serves the people with its own council. There is also a system in Gada, namely Gada Anitu. This system enables the community to be governed in their respective localities. Gada Anitu can be compared with the current federalism system of governments.
Under the party that holds power for 8 years, there are 3 Gada councils. Borana is very wide and it is very difficult to govern the whole part of Borana with one council. So other small councils need to be established in every locality so that the people can easily get justice. For example, I am the leader of one of the Gada branches under the main Abba Gada. Every branch has its own council. The structure is just like government.
Election holds special emphasis in Gada system. Borana select their representatives or Adulas after a thorough election campaign. Adulas are just like chief executives of the Gada system.
ጎሳዎቹ የነሱ ሰው እንዲመረጥላቸው
Candidates of the respective clan hold campaigns around the village of Borana. They use different mechanisms for the campaign.
These are the candidates from Dori clan preparing for the Abba Gada Council for the next period of Gada. This is a place where the next Abba Gadas live. We can tell it is a palace. At any decision point, the members of the Gada Council make thorough discussion before ratifying it. Abba Gada announces the decision following the ratification. If there is any complaint regarding the decision of the Abba Gada Council and other 3 councils of Gada, the final decision is made by Gayo. Gayo has the ultimate decision power, and Gumi Gayo is a place where the whole Borana assembles for a month.
Murtiin akkasiin kennamtuun si seergu aadaan fulatte tuumaantu qabdi. Uumaan isaatu gumiirratti uuman.
Any law representing Borana is not made by Abba Gada. Final decision is made by Gumi Gayo, the General Assembly. Gayo is the Legislative Assembly.
በሌላ ቦታ አባ ገዳ አይገመገምም።
Gayo can decide on any matter, and that decision is a final and binding.
Borana was entirely pastoral. It was the Gumi Gayo Assembly that the decision was made to include the farming practice in the culture of the people. Similarly, if there are bad practices observed in the community, the assembly has the authority to ban them.
ጉሚጋዮ የሚተላለፍ ውሳኔ የቦረና ገዳ ወይም የቦረና ባህል ፓርት ሆኖ ነው ወደ ሌላው ጄኔሬሽን የሚተላለፈው እንጂ
Once a decision is made at Gumi Gayo, then it is part of the culture of Borana, and unless it is reversed by Gumi Gayo again, it drives from generation to generation.
Oromia Culture and Tourism Bureau, in collaboration with the Borana Zone Administration, is constructing tourism center in Yabello City in a bid to preserve and sustain the Gada system and related customs which are exemplary even to the modern world. The people of Borana have lived here for a long time with its herds of cattle and Gada system. 3 Abba Gadas have already been elected now. They are expected to lead the Boranas for the next 3 Gada periods. That means 24 years.